Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I'm your host. My name is Matthew Shadorn, and I am joined, as always, by someone I hadn't seen in a couple of weeks, and so I took them for a pile of dirty laundry. Anna Domini, everybody. How are you doing today, Anna?
I think that's a new low from you.
Is it? No, I can't.
Like, I'm not even taking the bait anymore. I'm just like, I can see exactly where this is going. So I'm underwhelmed by you, Matthew. That's how I'm doing today.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, you reap what you sow, as Jesus might say.
Well, that wasn't my best work anyway, so it's okay. Well,
I'm not worthy.
Yeah, but you doing all right, Anna?
Yeah, not too bad. Just taking it very easy still because of being ill. But, the days are getting longer. I think I might have said that last time. But they're still getting longer, to be fair. So
true.
It's
true.
it's always true for the next, 3-4 months now.
They keep getting longer. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
Yeah, the sun couldn't stay up any longer today. Every day, you're just, incredulous.
Yeah.
You're like, Danny, have you seen? But have you done anything saintly or had anything miraculous happen to you lately?
Other than, no, I'm not. I was going to say, I told some hard home truths to a friend who wasn't willing to hear, but let's not go into that.
I worked very hard on an art piece that Anna mercilessly tore apart previous to this recording, and I was very hurt.
It was holy levels of brutal honesty.
I think it was just different aesthetics.
Otherwise, I'm too unwell to go to the refugee welcome protest that happened in London on Monday. So instead, I donated some money to our local refugee charity, Asylum Welcome,
Nice.
who do great work in Oxford. So if you want to feel like you're doing something to counter the horrendous new anti-immigration bill that our fascist government are pushing through, they're a great choice. So yeah, Matt, stick a link to Asylum Welcome on this week's bio or whatever.
It'll be in the description for the episode. I'll put a link in there.
So just like none of the saints we've heard about, I just thought I'd throw money at a problem. That's how I've
Some
gone
of them
about
throw
things.
money at, but they seem to throw money in the wrong places.
Yeah, I mean, at least I didn't go, wow, there's this shitty problem that's happening. I'll build a church.
Yeah. What was the one guy who was just like, well, I can't use this money for a church. I'll just throw it out the window. It's like, wait, no, you could have. Oh. Anyways.
Yeah. Hopefully, learned. He walked so I could run, although not physically, as established.
Because running is not something you can do anymore.
What about you?
I had a minor incident where I had the opportunity to turn the other cheek.
You had the opportunity to, but did you?
But I didn't take it. I fucked somebody up.
Oh, right. Well, I'm not sure that's very saintly, but I want to know what happened.
I was just going down. I was walking down the sidewalk on Broad Street downtown Oxford, and some guy stopped in the middle of the sidewalk, kind of there's a building on one side, on the other side there was he stopped right next to a bus stop sign, and so then I had to squeeze past him by turning sideways, and he had this he had one of those cardboard trays of McDonald's drinks,
right?
And as I turned sideways to scoot past him because he seemed completely oblivious to the fact that people were trying to get around him, I slightly brushed my stomach against his cardboard tray of McDonald's drinks.
Sorry, but that in itself, as an aggressive move, I slightly brushed my stomach again. I'm just picturing your tummy peeping out the bottom of your t-shirt as well. It was probably a fully clothed stomach, but I like the idea that you just pressed your hairy belly against his Coca-Cola.
Just to show, it's a real alpha move. It's how I show people I was boss. No, I was wearing a coat at the time, so maybe it was sticking out a little bit further than it should have. But I brushed again, and then I said, "Excuse me," and then I looked back and I saw that his coffee had kind of tipped over, not fallen off, but kind of tipped over. And I stopped and I was oh, and I almost was going to go catch it. But he seemed to have it under control. And then he turned his face to me. His face, just a mask of rage. And he was just you fucking asshole. And I was
wow.
You escalated this way too much.
Yeah.
And I said, excuse me. And then I started being you're the one standing in the middle of the fucking sidewalk. And then I just you know what? I don't even want to bother arguing with this guy. And I did this.
So you didn't help him find Jesus.
Yeah, if you're listening, thanks please please give us a nice rating. I didn't mean to brush into I feel like you overreacted. And if you want to send me an email to apologize, it's saintmisbehavenpod@gmail.com. There's no G in Behaven, but there's one in Gmail. And I started arguing back with him, and I was just so ready to get into a screaming match with this guy on the street for no good reason. And then I just like immediately was just like, never mind. I had somewhere I needed to be. And so I did this thing. I don't know if you ever noticed this, but Alice notices that I do this a lot.
Right.
And
it's swooshing your hand.
I have a very dismissive hand gesture that I do a lot, and I think it pisses people off because I will end a conversation and just be like this, not in meaning to be rude. This one I was kind of rude.
Just in a checking out kind of way.
But yeah, I did my patented dismissive hand gesture at this gentleman and walked away. Just turned my back on him. And
I don't think I've witnessed this because I think whenever we have conversations, usually you're asking for something from me for free. So so I'd never feel dismissed by you. I've never witnessed this gesture. But so you basically, because it didn't turn to fisticuffs, that was you doing the saintly thing.
You see, here's
by
the thing.
Being like, I don't have time for this. I'm moving on with my time. And that's just like Jesus.
I carry a white man New Jersey energy with me wherever I go. And the Jersey in me wanted to just yell at this dude for being like he was so aggressive, and I just felt like the initial impulse was to match that aggression, and I was just like,
you talking to me?
Yeah, it was so, I don't know, it was such a non-incident that he got so angry about it. Really caught me off guard. He didn't even spill his coffee. It was just like, it was just kind of knocked over. It was just like with the cup, the lid was still on.
Right, so like no coffee spilled out.
Yeah.
It was just at an angle. Okay, I'm not sure this is the podcast for this, but I think we can agree that he was in the wrong. I mean, it sounds like this would be a more appropriate discussion on the Reddit thread, am I the asshole? But I think you're not the asshole.
I wasn't the asshole. In fact,
No.
I walked away from being the asshole because I could have.
Yeah.
Initially was really willing to escalate it as much as he was.
I was willing to become an asshole.
See, this is like too much improv training. I went in there to match his energy.
Right.
And I was like, no,
This is why improv is dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta de-escalate the situation, and I de-escalated the situation by just removing myself from it.
Well, that's very mature. I think you showed great growth.
So, yeah.
I was going to say.
Turn the other cheek there. Anyways, Anna.
Yes.
Today is March 19th, 2023.
It is. Happy Mother's Day, everyone who celebrates having a mother.
Right, it's Mother's Day.
Yeah,
I don't celebrate this Mother's Day.
I don't celebrate my mother, but that's again an issue for a whole different podcast.
No, I observe the American Mother's Day in May. So.
It was my mom's birthday the other day, so we just kind of combine the holidays.
Oh, that's nice.
She gets one bunch of flowers for both occasions.
You're doing this too much because Danny's birthday is also Christmas, and so you're getting too much into this habit of combining holidays.
Fun fact, my mum's birthday and my dad's new wife's birthday are the same day. So my dad's really nailed that, not having to... He was married to my mum for 18 years. So it's like, you don't want to learn a new birthday.
Yeah.
So that's very convenient.
I get
Clearly
that
runs
impulse.
in the family.
Part of me is frankly quite surprised I didn't marry a woman with the same name as my last wife.
Yeah, that would have suited you.
Just to not have to learn a new name. That's...
God, see, you're really similar to my dad. I didn't even mean to bring that up again.
Anyways, today is March 19th. Who is today's saint? Yeah.
So we are looking ahead to tomorrow, which is the 20th of March, the feast day of Saint Cuthbert.
Saint Cuthbert.
Yeah. Have you heard of him?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know. Maybe I just know many Cuthberts.
They're all over the place here in Oxford. He's quite a big deal in the north of England.
Is he now?
So, yeah.
Wow, he's a regular...
Go on, say something offensive.
I don't know, I was trying to think of somebody who's northern and famous. Frankie Boyle?
He's a regular Noel Gallagher.
No, he's a regular Noel Gallagher.
Oh, God.
He's a regular... what's that guy? Russell Brand. He's a regular Russell Brand.
He's not known as northern. He's like Cockney.
I don't know, man. I don't know what this country is going on. Because here's the thing is, like, you're in Britain, And you're like, oh, they're from the north. And I'm like, you mean Scotland? And they're like, no, you've gone too far north. And I was like, what? Would you too far north to get north? I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
but
because like our whole country is the size of like one of your states.
Yeah, it's like you guys know you all come from the same place, right? Like,
you're all from London.
Yeah, it's like this country has very little variation in it. You're all from the fucking same place. It's so frustrating. Anyways, but yeah. Wow. So the north.
Yeah.
This storied region of the north. Mm-hmm. Tell me all about it.
Okay. Well, there is basically our story begins in the north. This research is based on the Vita Sancti Cuthberti, which was composed by an anonymous author between 699 and 705.
They're just like, you gotta leave my name out of this. I don't want
Yeah. Well, I mean, all the Gospels are anonymous as well, so yeah, right. It's just maybe this guy was trying to frame Cuthbert on that level,
So this is from when?
So Cuthbert was around roughly 634 to 687. Mm-hmm. So 10 years later.
Oh.
Well, yeah, between 10 and 15 years later. So it's possible that it was based on his actual life.
Yeah.
But the main sort of source is from the Venerable Bede, who composed a life of Cuthbert around 716.
The Venerable Bede seems to be writing a lot of hagiographies.
I mean, I would say he's more like the prolific Bede,
Yeah. He's really very much the Stephen King of saint biographies.
Well, I just thought, how like there's the notorious B.I.G. This guy is the Venerable B.E.D.
That's not what he is. That's weird. Don't do that.
Okay.
That man is dead. Have some respect.
So is this guy.
Well, I don't care. They're all dead, so let's have a little respect.
Okay. So that's a bit of context for you to the biography. Cuthbert was born in the 630s in Dunbar, which was then a part of Anglo-Saxon Northumbria, but is now in East Lothian in Scotland.
Right.
So that bit on like the east coast of the UK where like parts of England are more north than parts of Scotland. Sure. Because the border kind of swooshes up. So I guess those borders like have changed over the centuries. So, when you said north, so Scotland, like it's actually potentially the case because,
So it's a place that used to be England, but is now Scotland?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's Scottish.
Yeah, although in some accounts, not this one, but another one that I read, because I did some preparation today. Okay. You should be very impressed.
I didn't doubt you did.
But now I am.
Yeah, now you're suspiciously like.
Yeah, in fact, maybe Bede said he was born in England, and then this anonymous guy said that he was born in Ireland. To Irish royalty. Ooh. So the story of that one is his mother was a princess called Saba who set out on a pilgrimage to Rome and left Cuthbert on the way. Like between Rome and Ireland, there is the north of England or the south of Scotland.
So much luggage, and I'm carrying so many things with me. I guess I'll just leave. I mean, I could get rid of my hat box, but what if there's like a fancy dance? In Rome, I know. I'll just leave the baby here. Oh yeah. I'll just do that. Yeah, I'll leave it by the side of this road, and I'll pick it up on my way back from Rome.
Yeah, I'm sure no one will want it in that time. Yeah. It's fine. According to that tale, he was left in the care of Kenswith, who was a poor sheep farmer.
Oh, okay. You never saw such bad sheep.
Poorly farming those sheep. But in the official research, which you paid for, we just start with him being a sheep farmer. So
okay,
maybe he was born to royalty and then like riches to rags kind of tale, or maybe he was just salt of the earth type all along. But in any case, if we go with the not princess interpretation, then he was born in Dunbar, which I've already said. Right. Sorry.
So we're back to Dunbar. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Got it.
So a decade earlier, in 627, King Edwin of Northumbria had converted to Christianity along with his people. So it was still a fairly new thing.
Right. You're getting on the ground floor. It's like, what's this new fad? Or what's this thing new? Christianity?
Well, with pyramid schemes, it's always better to get in early because then you're like, you know, one of the people actually making money off the pyramid scheme as opposed to just being exploited by it.
Get in early, get out early. That's what he did. He got out before all the Crusades, you know?
Yeah.
He got out before the Inquisitions and things.
Yeah, but he timed it well because it was after, you know, all the Roman persecutions.
Right.
So,
This guy's hitting that real Christianity sweet spot. It's like everybody's chill, Christianity's still new and fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Like those like happy clappy churches.
Yeah. And they're not, you know, nobody's making me like pilgrimage to the Holy Land or getting tortured for figuring out when Easter was wrong or something. Like, this is great. This is a really great time. Just everybody's just reading the Bible and chilling, you know.
The swinging 30s, as they were known, the 630s. According to Bede, Cuthbert was a lively child who enjoyed playing sport with his friends. Just a classic jock, you know.
Yeah. Just everyday kid. He's like look at this average kid. He's probably never going to do anything great with his life. He's just going to be just like another average dude. Little do we know.
Yeah. One day, God sent a sign to, quote, curb the sallies of his youthful mind.
What? To curb the sallies of his youthful mind?
Yeah. You know when you're like a horny young man and you just think of people called Sally all the time?
Yeah. So many Sallys just running through his head.
Getting at your system.
Yeah.
The boys, Cuthbert and his friends, were playing in a field when a small 3-year-old child ran up to Cuthbert and told him firmly not to indulge in idle play and follies, but to cultivate the powers of your mind as well as those of your body.
There's a lot of advice coming from a 3-year-old.
It's a lot of big words for someone who's 3. The boy then burst into tears and told Cuthbert that the Lord
I thought you were going to say flames.
I mean, you're a father of a toddler, Matthew. Surely you know that they're more likely to burst into tears than to flames.
You said this was a sign from God. I thought it would be like...
True.
It's like, why should I listen to you, 3-year-old?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Shit.
That would be very persuasive.
Yeah.
Whereas tears, clearly, you know, when someone like has a very emotional outburst and you're not quite sure what to do, so you'll say anything.
Maybe every time somebody has an emotional outburst.
Yeah. And I've got one particular person in mind as well, who we both know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know when someone that you don't know very well has an emotional outburst, and you're just kind of you don't really know what to say. So through his tears, he told Cuthbert that the Lord had appointed him as a teacher of virtue, which foretold his future post as a bishop. Spoilers.
No. He's like, I'm foretelling your future. You'll be a bishop. It's like, I'm foretelling that you'll be in a middle management position.
You're not going to be the Pope.
Not going to be the Pope.
Like, don't aspire. Don't over.
But I could be a cardinal,
right?
right?
A bishop is, I would say, like more like a managing director rather than just a middle manager.
I don't know. I feel like it's just like, because it's like, you know, the workers are like the priests and nuns. And they got a bishop.
But no, because don't you have like a deacon before that?
No, I think deacons like below. Aren't the deacons work for the priests?
What about the
deacons are like lay
archdeacon?
people.
I think that used to be the case, but I think now if you're a deacon, you're like a big deal.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I feel like it's like cardinals are like regional managers. And then the Pope, the CEO.
Okay. Well, I guess it depends on the bishop as well, because like archbishops, I suppose, would be like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about archbishops.
They'd be on the board of directors, maybe.
Right.
But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe bishops are just.
Either way, I feel like I've made my point. This is the middle management position.
Yeah, but I thought I should interrogate it.
Oh, all right.
So as I mentioned, as a young man, Cuthbert worked as a shepherd. One night, he was tending sheep with some companions in the mountains when he saw a stream of light and a host, i.e. the bread of the Eucharist, descended to earth. So the bread of the Eucharist is referred to as the host.
Just he saw a meteor coming straight at him, and he's just like, I bet that's a piece of bread. I'm catching it in my mouth. Just his head explodes.
I guess it's like the kind of manna from heaven image.
I suppose so. So this bread lit up the sky as it falls.
A meteor of crouton, yeah.
Yeah, more like a breadier, huh? Instead of meteor.
Yeah, it doesn't really work in my accent.
It doesn't work.
Or yours, to be honest.
It doesn't work anywhere, yeah. So
the next morning, he learnt that Aidan, the Bishop of Lindisfarne, had died at the very moment that Cuthbert had had this vision.
What a weird coincidence.
So if anyone ever throws bread at you, if you're a duck, it could be that you're foretelling someone's death.
Every time a bread gets thrown, a bishop dies. That's what they say.
A bishop loses his pointy hat.
Yeah. So like a position's opened up for a bishop is what we're just long story short.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the 7th century equivalent of getting a message on LinkedIn. So Cuthbert immediately decided to return the sheep to their owners and to enter a monastery. Pretty normal reaction, I'd say.
I guess so. It's like, wait, why are you quitting your job? Sky bread? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's a logical system. Bread falls from the sky, time to get a new job.
I don't have any arguments against this, I guess. I don't know. Good luck in the monastery.
Hey, in any job interview, they always ask, why do you want this job? And the answer is always, I got bills to pay, right?
Right.
But you always have to come up with a story that's like, unusual and inspiring. And he's got one.
Yeah, I guess so.
So don't knock it.
Do you think he ate the bread? Did he find it?
5-second rule.
Do you take that to you show people, oh, this bread fell out of the sky. Well,
it's got all moldy.
Yeah, I mean, like, by the time you get to the monastery, it's like, oh, it's kind of gross. No.
Well, actually, if it was falling like a meteor, by the time it actually hit the Earth, I don't know much about physics, but I do know that it would be like a smouldering ember by the time it arrived.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you thought I was going to say something really stupid, didn't you? Just there.
And I wasn't wrong, but yeah.
No, it was a factual point. Anyway, so in 651, he entered the Northumbrian monastery of Melrose under Abbot Eata.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's pronounced, but we'll go for Eata. A decade later, a plague struck Melrose, and when the prior, who was called Boisel, I checked that as well in case it was a typo. It's Boisel.
You're like, that's not right. Let me just Google that real fast.
Yeah, it's like no, Boisel. I'm going to send you the spelling of it so you can see why I've pronounced it that way.
Oh, Boisel. Oh, I thought it'd be spelled like a boysill. Like, what's that boy band, Boyzone?
With a Z.
Yeah, see, I was like, wait, is it like Boys Own or is it a boy zone? Like a zone for boys, or is it a boys own band?
Well, whereas this is like it's very clear that it's just Boisel because it's
Boisel,
spelled like it's more the oi comes from like the oi sound comes from oi.
Oi.
Yeah.
Okay, so Boisel. Wait, who was Boisel again? We got bogged down in his name. I forgot who he was.
He was the prior.
Richard Pryor?
Let me just look up the official definition of prior. I know you don't expect me to know about geography, but I feel like you do expect me to know about different ecclesiastical positions. I think it's just like the name in that particular place for the head of the monastery. So I guess like sometimes it's called an abbot.
Okay.
In fact, maybe the abbot was like maybe the abbot was the regional manager.
No, don't stop doing this. I think abbot is a lateral move from priest.
And the prior was the assistant to the regional manager.
No, it's like priest and monk and abbot are like lateral moves. It's all the same.
No. So, because in all the saint stories where people have been abbots, they've been like the head of the monastery, haven't they?
I suppose so.
But I think in this case, because basically Cuthbert became the prior, so I think it's like maybe the abbot was like the head of all the monasteries in the area, i.e. a regional manager. But so then the prior was like the head of that particular monastery. Anyway, I'm not sure this is a particularly interesting discussion.
Yeah, I don't think this is This is a pretty pointless thing for us to speculate about. He was the prior, and
I guess he was doing his monk thing for about 10 years, and then he got promoted. And as prior, Cuthbert travelled through the countryside preaching and performing miracles. More on that later when you ask about his miracles. In 676, Cuthbert longed for a more contemplative life. With the abbot's permission, he moved to a solitary dwelling in Lindisfarne, which is also in Northumbria. It's an island just off the coast of Northumbria.
Oh, so he wanted a more isolated life.
So he literally went to an island, He later sought even more solitude and moved to Innerfarne Island, which was another island off the coast of Northumberland.
An even smaller island. And then he moved out into a small boat.
Finally, he died on a plank of wood.
Just floating in the sea.
It was a very short tale. He built himself a cell from stones and turf. Its window was far higher than the floor, so that all he could see outside was the sky.
Okay.
Which I think it'd be fun for like a real estate agent to try and sell that. Like, it's really dark in here. Yes, but Look at the amazing views of the sky.
Of the sky, right, yeah. It's like...
It's creative marketing.
What a great view of just
clouds.
Space, yeah.
Well, especially because it's like, you know, the very north of England / very south of Scotland, it's just grey.
Yeah.
It's not even like, you know, nice blue skies.
I love how it's not even, it's not quite a skylight. It's like the worst of both worlds. It's like too high to be a functional window, but it's not a skylight to let in a lot of light. It's just it's like a really high window.
Real pain in the ass to draw the curtains as well.
I think what this is just like poor planning on Cuthbert's part. Like he was building and building and building. It's like, oh, I didn't put space in for a window. I was like, well, I guess I can't. I don't feel like knocking down this wall.
Well, this is the thing. It sounds like he didn't really like people anyway, so he wouldn't have wanted it to be like low enough that people could see in, I guess.
Okay.
So actually, it's quite deliberate. But yeah, maybe this is why, you know, if you don't have any training in making a building, you should ask other people for help.
Also, like, why did I put the door on the second story?
With no stairs.
That was really big. That was a mistake.
Yeah, an error.
Can someone send me a rope? I'm trapped in my own house.
But it's what he wanted. You know, he's trying to be isolated.
Yeah, he's isolated. Good thing bread's falling from the sky for him. So.
According to Bede, Cuthbert's cell was built on dry ground with no access to drinking water. Another planning fail.
I was like, yeah, dry ground. Seems like a good place to build stuff.
And then you didn't think about the lack of drinking water access. Cuthbert told the brethren who were visiting him that God would give them a spring and ordered them to dig in the middle of his hut.
This is an excuse for him to get a basement.
Yeah.
Like a little rec room down there, you know, like a little place I could have like a pool table.
But then the window would be even further away.
Get, you know, put up one of the big screen TVs, watch the game and stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a little...
Because he loves sports. Cave. That's a good point.
Yeah, he did love sport.
They dug a pit, and the next morning they woke to find it full of water, which miraculously never rose high enough to flood the hut, but always provided as much water as was needed. So the miracle of digging a hole on an island.
It's amazing how it stayed right at sea level. I don't.
Yeah.
It's kind of how those things work. Also, like, so he's just got like a big hole of water in the middle of his hut.
Yeah, like a little feature pond for drinking from.
It's like just, you know, like here's where my bed is, and here's my hole of water. It's,
I know. You know how some people have like fancy baths that go in the middle of their room rather than built into the walls?
I guess.
It's just like that.
I don't like that.
No, fair enough.
You see that in pictures, and you're like, oh, it looks fancy, but I didn't like just have it in your
plumbing wise, it's a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what about like when people have big like open plan kitchen diners where they'll have like a kitchen island in the middle and that'll have a sink in it? Same thing? No?
Similar, I guess. But like...
I'm grasping here, I realize.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's the same thing. Because it's not like he has a big kitchen island. He just got a hole in the ground.
On his actual island.
See, here's the thing. The first time you get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night...
Oh, God.
You fall in the fucking hole, right? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Not a lot of moonlight coming in through that window way up there. So you're like, just kind of groping around.
Yeah, all right. He's laying traps for himself.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you basically built a tiger pit in your own home. But he was never attacked by tigers, so...
Who's winning now?
Yeah.
Initially, Cuthbert received visitors to his island.
Mm-hmm.
Bede writes that he would come out of his cell to minister to them.
Buck naked.
No, wearing a hair shirt, obviously.
Oh.
Initially, Bede writes that he'd come out of his cell to minister to them and wash their feet. Oh. I'm hoping not in the water hole. Hey, stick your feet
in my muddy hole.
Oh.
Got a muddy hole in here. You want to get your feet in there? Yeah, soak them. You probably had a big trip coming over here. Come on, I will soak in my hole.
No. Sometimes the brothers would insist on returning the favour because Cuthbert had become so focused on spiritual matters that he often went months without taking off his shoes.
Ooh.
Which caused him to develop problems with his feet and legs.
Yeah, take your shoes off, dude. Like, come on, relax a little. And also, like, does that mean he's not taking his shoes off in bed? Like, take your shoes off in bed.
Yeah, and therefore, when he falls in the water hole, there's going to be a whole trench foot thing going on there as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Yeah. That does seem like they're returning the favor. It's like, hey, man, you want to bathe too? You kind of... like, maybe you could use it.
I'd really love to touch your feet.
Yeah.
So while sometimes the only time he would remove his shoes would be annually at Easter for the ritual washing of the feet. So
I watched the feet, and it turns out there wasn't anything there. They were just dirt. My feet had turned just into solid pieces of mud, and then when I watched them, they were gone.
Oh man, you would not want to be the person assigned to him for the ritual washing of feet.
Should we visit him? Yeah, but not around Easter. It's, like right after Easter is the best time, but before Easter or at Easter, yeesh.
Yeah, it's like, take your shoes off so we can wash them. Put them back. Over time, Cuthbert became more reclusive. Nothing to do with how bad his feet smelled.
I'm starting to worry about his mental health. Like, he just feels like he also started hoarding. And,
Yeah, the irony is he had hundreds of pairs of shoes.
I know. So much newspaper.
He would shut himself in his cell and spend his time fasting and praying. Eventually, he would only open his window to give blessings and wouldn't even leave the cell to see visitors.
So would he open the window and then just yell up through the window and then hopefully...
Yeah. I don't know, maybe he had a little set of steps that he'd stand on so he could see out.
Got a little ladder, takes him up to the window.
Maybe. Or, maybe
up here. I'm up here. You're blessed.
Maybe he had one of those little megaphones.
Yeah. And he had a little stick that he could put oil on so he could anoint people. Way down.
Just out the window. That's my people touching stick. I feel like you would have one of those if you could. Because you don't like touching people. So you'd have a stick to do it for you.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm not this bad. I'm not moved to a tiny island and live
with
in
a small high up window.
Basically live in a lighthouse.
So in 684, after he'd been in his little hut for about 8 years, which is a synod at Twyford, which is probably in present-day Alnmouth.
Okay.
Just so you know where we are.
Oh, I know exactly where that is, yeah.
The synod elected Cuthbert as Bishop of Hexham. He was unwilling to leave his solitude, however.
Yeah, how did he get promoted?
His people management skills.
People management skills. He doesn't see anybody. This is
a classic tale of when you get promoted because of what you're good at without taking into account your actual management abilities. Right. So he was very holy.
Right.
But maybe not cut out to being a bishop because of the lack of people skills.
Yeah, it seems like that's the thing where you have people who are depending on you as their manager, their middle manager.
Hey, do you need feet to run a business?
I mean, no, but
well then.
But I feel like this guy seems to just hate people.
Yeah.
So it seems like maybe he shouldn't go into management. Or just kind of keep doing what he was doing, being a monk on an island.
Well, growth mindset just makes us all think that we should always be, extending ourselves and going outside our comfort zone. And sometimes that has disastrous results. This is
going to turn to the Peter Principle?
No.
The Peter Principle is that everybody at their job is...
Oh, is this you're promoted to your level of mediocrity? Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're good at your job, you get promoted, and if you're good at that job, you get promoted, and eventually you reach a job that you're not very good at, so you'll never get promoted past there. So everybody in every position.
Yeah. Why is it called Peter though?
I don't know. That's just what it's called.
Right.
But the idea that everybody in their jobs is the worst. So this is basically it. He's been promoted to a position that he's just clearly not qualified for.
Yeah. So. And to be fair, he agreed. He was unwilling to leave his solitude. And so a large group, including King Egfrith.
Eggrift?
Visited... Yeah.
He was an egg grifter. Steals eggs from everybody. He's a trickster. Don't let him get your eggs. He'll steal them. He'll talk you right out of them.
We should introduce him to that saint who made all the eggs up here.
Oh, yeah. Don Bosco.
There we go. Very well remembered. I didn't remember. That was a great episode if you haven't heard that one from a while ago.
It was like our third episode, yeah.
Yeah. Back when we were mere amateurs at this. Not like now. Sorry. So, King Egfrith visited his island to persuade him. Eventually he agreed, but insisted that he would be Bishop of Lindisfarne rather than Hexham.
Wait,
so I guess there were fewer people.
So why is the king so invested in this? He's like,
that's a good point.
There's no one else we can get to be a bishop. We have to really go out to the island and get this guy, and we got to drag the king in to... Yeah. We're really serious now. We brought the king. So... And then also, wait, so
kings in those days, like England was like split up into smaller kingdoms, right? So Northumbria was a kingdom itself. So I guess he had a smaller catchment area to worry about. So it's like, you know, now when like MPs open shopping malls and stuff, or libraries or whatever, or food banks increasingly more these days, which is very depressing. Maybe that's what the king was for at the time, you know, holding the big novelty scissors to cut the ribbon.
So the king was like could micromanage a lot more because there's a lot less.
Yeah, he was more hands-on in the role, for sure.
Right. Okay. But then, so then he said he won't be the bishop of
Hexham, I guess, because it was too populated.
Okay.
Too busy. So
I'll be the bishop of just empty fields. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I be a bishop of just like this field full of sheep? That'd be my perfect congregation.
Well, Lindisfarne was the first island he lived on, right? So it's like a compromise, I guess. It's like, fine, I'll be a bishop, but you know, I want to be somewhere where I know and don't have to try too hard.
See, this is the trick, because the bishops all get paid the same amount. So he's just like, I want a small bishop, Rick, and then I don't have to do as much work, but I get paid the same amount as the guys who have like the big bishoprics.
Yes, exactly. So he swapped with Ita. I don't know how Ita, like, you know, maybe Ita was a sociable guy, so he wanted to be in Hexham.
He's like, wait, you want to stay on this island? Fuck, yeah. I've been looking to get promoted out of this fucking dump forever. So yeah.
It's like my dad used to live in a council flat in London, and he swapped it with someone who had a council flat in Taunton, and I was like, why ever would someone want to move from Taunton to the middle of London? Who can say? Yeah. It's like Ita would have been like, oh yeah, sure, go for it. It's lovely. Really gonna miss Lindisfarne.
Oh, it's everything you want. Do you love seagulls, right? Because it's non-stop seagulls, especially during mating season. Jesus.
Oh my God. That took a turn.
Loud, those seagulls. Anyways, so he gets his island paradise.
Yeah. As a bishop, he continued to live a life of asceticism and devotion to God. However,
so he didn't let the power go to his head.
Yeah.
Like, now I've got a window slightly above eye level.
No, he's he got where he was through his devotion and religiousness, and so he's just carrying on doing what he knows.
Yeah, it's
what you're good at.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right.
However, 2 years after he was consecrated as the bishop, he returned to his cell on Inner Farne Island. So I guess pioneering the idea of remote working, maybe.
Perhaps.
Like I could still do this. We have the internet. It's fine.
The joy of being a bishop couldn't compete with the siren song of his tiny cell with its mud hole and high window.
Yeah. As he departed, a group of monks came to bid him farewell. They asked when he would return, and he said, "When you shall bring my body back here."
Over my dead body.
Yeah, literally, like quitting your job and be like, "Yeah, I'll do this job again over my dead body."
This guy just sounds like a lot of hassle. It's like, oh great, so now we got to handle your corpse. Thanks for nothing.
Also, I like the idea. It's like, oh, fine, I'll do this job, and then just like, you know, I can picture him on a little rowboat, just kind of escaping from this role.
Just not having any of this. Yeah.
No, exactly.
Imagine he just sits in his office all day, just like his secretary's just so frustrated. He's like, you have 10 appointments today. He's like, I don't want to see anybody. I'm just gonna be here.
It's like Ron Swanson in
Push him
Parks
on to
and
next
Rec,
week. Yeah,
where
exactly.
like all his meetings are scheduled for March the 31st because his assistant didn't realize that was a real day.
Yeah, this is where he's at. He's just like, he's like, you know what? I can't take the fast paced life of this slightly larger island.
Lindisfarne.
All the hustle bustle. I need to go back to my old cell.
He was soon afflicted with a painful illness. So I don't know if it was to do with his feet or some other kind of.
He's like, I think there's something wrong with my feet, and he takes off his shoes.
What
like, holy
feet?
Shit! Just a gnarled mess, just like rotted flesh. Like,
yeah.
I see what the problem is here.
Probably too late by that point. Monks visited him to ask for blessings, but he refused to accept their help when they offered to care for him. So he's really too far gone at this point.
Yeah.
Bede writes that a priest named Hereford washed Cuthbert's feet and gave him some wine. When Hereford asked how Cuthbert had survived without food, The hermit showed him 5 onions, which he'd been gnawing on whenever his mouth felt dry.
God.
Classic monk diet. Ever getting a bit peckish?
I mean, here's the thing: is like God created the earth, right? Yeah. This is what these people believe, that God created the earth and everything on it, and everything that is beautiful and wonderful, that is a good gift from God. And to go out of your way to just chew on fucking onions, it feels like maybe
it's an insult.
The point. Yeah.
Have you seen that YouTube video of the toddler that like starts eating an onion because he's convinced it's an apple, and his mum's like, you really don't want this? He's like, I want the apple, and he starts chewing it, and you can tell he really hates it, but he's so like toddlery that he just carries on chewing.
Yeah.
It's compelling viewing.
That's everybody. That's life, man. You think it's an apple, and you just gnawing on that onion, trying to convince yourself it's an apple. Ain't that just life?
Yeah. Wow. So Cuthbert really was, the everyman in that sense. He eventually agreed to allow some of the brothers to stay with him during his last days. I guess, like, when you realise that the end is near, you're like, fine, time to give in.
Oh, it's actually quite pleasant to have people around. Oh, I've wasted my life.
Yeah. Oh, people aren't so bad after all. Oh, well, guess I'm dying now.
This is, I just have a little conversation. It's so pleasant, I never knew. Oh, no. But I spent so much time.
Yeah.
And I chewed up so many onions. And my feet are so horrible.
He made a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Bede mentions that one of these men who was staying was a monk named Wulstod, who had long suffered from violent diarrhea and could not be cured by the physicians. Why is that funny, Matthew?
I was just like, whoa. Violent diarrhea.
I guess it's a very personal detail to include. Like, we know nothing else about this guy. Yeah. There he goes, shitty Wulstod.
Yeah, it's like, I feel bad for Wulstod that like history remembers him as the guy with the trots. Like,
yeah,
there are all these saints and all the miracles and great deeds they do, and then it's just like, and then this guy shit his pants.
He had the shits. Yeah.
Those monk robes weren't brown when he put them on. You know what I mean?
Oh dear. You're going to a guy who eats 5 onions and that's his only food for advice on how to make your body healthier.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's like, yes, I do have terrible diarrhea.
Well, then maybe that's it. Maybe his diarrhea was like even worse than everyone else's.
Yeah. Cuthbert was like, oh, you have the onion squirts too? Yeah.
What a lovely image.
Anyway.
I hope no one's listening to this while they're eating
onions. I do too. I hope nobody out there just
actually, I know one of my friends who I know does still listen is allergic to onions. So This one's for you, Kate. You'll never miss them again.
Good luck with your journey, Kate.
So, shitty Wulstod couldn't be cured by physicians, but for his religious merit and prudent conduct and grave demeanour, he was thought to be worthy to hear the last words of this man of God. Which I think his grave demeanour was because he just had a tummy ache all the time.
Yeah. During the whole time he was trying to do his last words, was it just drowned out by the sound of his...
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, what was that? Can you please go on about your beautiful
Blessed are the... I can't believe this is what we've descended to now.
There's one thing I want you to know above all else.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Kat, why did you pick this saint?
Oh, no.
I feel like we should have seen this one coming. That you would respond in a typically mature and sensitive fashion.
Me? I don't know. I blame Kat for this.
Actually, maybe.
What was I supposed to do? This is entrapment.
Kat, you clever bastard. She got us.
Just getting a message.
So soon before he died, the last thing Cuthbert did was miraculously healed Wulstod. So actually, maybe it was just so that his last words could be heard.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I was like, well, he was trying to give him his last words, and Wulstod kept running out to the bathroom.
Yeah. So Cuthbert had initially asked to be buried on his island after his death, but the monks persuaded him that his body should instead be taken to Lindisfarne. So, he upgraded to a slightly bigger island.
I don't know. I don't see why. Like,
yeah.
Why don't they just push him in the mud hole and then fill it in? Like,
he wasn't even dying. I mean, he was only like 50 something. So actually the real story is this band of monks just went and murdered him. Anyway, well, you said you wanted to be buried here. You didn't specify alive.
We came to visit you because we thought you were going to die, and we're not making 2 trips, so...
In you go. On his final day, Cuthbert gave the monks advice about how to live a holy life, and spent the night in prayer. At the evening service, he passed away after receiving the Eucharist. So, bread was at the start of his holy life and right at the very end.
Oh, it's like he's a saint sandwich. Just got bread on the side.
Yes, very, very much so. So, yeah. He was originally buried in Lindisfarne, and according to Bede, his body was discovered to be uncorrupted after 9 years, which led to a cult sort of growing around the saint. Not a particularly intense one, but just, the normal saints cults of the time. In 875, there was a body.
A body?
There was a Viking raid, and his relics were moved. And there's various tales about, how far and wide different bits were spread during this move. And fun fact, it's believed that he got as far as Cuthbert, which is the town that my family in Scotland is from. And Cuthbert means Church of Cuthbert. But there's no evidence he actually ever went there when he was alive. So it was like the cult already existed, and when they were trying to find a place to hide his bones, the monks who were looking after him probably went to lots of different places along the southern Scottish border that would have had shrines to him. So it was like the church preceded the bones in this case. But eventually in 995, so 100 years of travelling bones, the relics were translated to Durham, where William the Conqueror visited them in 1096, and later they were moved into Durham Cathedral.
Wait, why did we visit them? Just to say hi.
Yeah, yeah,
Hi, I'm doing a health and safety check for St. Cuthbert. Oh, no. We are way too behind in this list. We're only in the C's, too. Oh, my God. Sorry.
Well, yeah, no, fair enough. He did the Doomsday Book, didn't he? Trying to get everyone listed there. So, yeah, he was moved to Durham Cathedral, where in 1104 the coffin was opened again, and Cuthbert's body was found to be still uncorrupted and sweet-smelling.
Ooh.
He smelled better in death than in life.
Yeah,
they didn't go near his feet.
Hey, get away from this guy, not the foot end. That is pretty rank, but the rest of them's pretty. I mean, as far as corpses go, you gotta admit, you guys smell pretty nice. Jimmy, have I told you once? I've told you 100 times. Do not smell the bodies. It is weird, and you're freaking everybody out.
But they're saints. Cuthbert's shrine at Durham was a major pilgrimage site during the Middle Ages.
Oh, nice.
Then, during the Reformation, Henry VIII sent men to destroy the tomb, because he hates Catholics, is my understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Seems like a weird thing to put on your to-do list. And you know that tomb that's in Durham? Yeah, just fuck it up. I don't know. It smells nice, but, I hate those guys now.
It's a real eyesore, yeah. According to Archbishop Charles of Glasgow, writing during the 19th century, they found Cuthbert uncorrupt, his beard as of a fortnight's growth.
Wait, he grew a beard in death?
Yeah. Well, so this is the thing. Apparently your nails and hair keep on growing for a bit after you die. No, it is, and that's why there was the vampire panic. Because
no, what happens is your skin recedes.
Oh, okay.
As you begin to decompose, your skin recedes, and the hair comes out more. And the nails seem to grow longer, but it's more that your body.
Your fingers are getting shorter. I see.
But yeah, but it just seems like he was just like, I'm going to go with a different look in death. I think a beard would make me look distinguished in death. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, a fortnight's growth. It's like it's not your classic bushy beard at that point. It's still quite patchy.
This is like a fortnight's growth.
And you look like shit.
I do. It's one of those patchy, nasty beards, folks.
Yeah. where it's like clearly not deliberate.
No, it's a worrying length of beard, because like if it was a little bit shorter, you could be like, oh, he's maybe going for a sexy stubbly thing, or if it was a little bit longer, it'd be like I was growing a beard. Yeah, but at this length, it's like he
he needs to take care of himself.
Yeah,
which I think suits Cuthbert really.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this is the look. It's just like that guy clearly hasn't showered in like a week.
Well, probably longer. Let's be real.
That's what people say when they see me.
Right, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're like, I think he's been wearing that shirt every day for at least a fortnight as well. Anyways.
Yeah. So the monks then buried him under the ground at the site of the destroyed shrine.
That's generally where people get buried, under the ground. They buried him in a tree at first, and they were like, wait, this doesn't look right. Oh, into the ground. That's what we were forgetting.
Yeah. In 1827, the site was opened again, and a skeleton was found wearing decayed robes. Which I like the image. Like, you make like someone's made a scarecrow out of this skeleton.
Yeah. So he was incorruptible, but not permanently.
Yeah.
Like it was
I guess so.
He was only incorruptible for a few hundred years, and then then all bets are off, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly. But I guess by that point, he was already revered as a saint, so you can't argue with that at that point. No takebacks.
It's crazy that when we get to like easily recordable
history, no incorruption
anymore. Yeah.
That's a wild. I don't know what you're trying to insinuate there.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that's a weird coincidence that like modernity somehow made him incorruptible, or seems to coincide with him being incorruptible. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, curious. It's curious. Anyway, so I'm guessing you want to hear some of these miracles.
I would love to hear some miracles that were teased earlier.
Yeah. Bede's life of St. Cuthbert is filled with accounts of miracles that the saint performed both during his life and posthumously. Whilst Cuthbert was staying at a monastery in Colludi. Do you want to know where that is?
Yeah, Australia? Sounds Australian.
It does sound a bit Australian.
Like that other place you said, Cuthbert, I was like, that's Australian, right?
No. It's spelt like Kirk Cuthbert. Which because Kirk means church. Yeah. All right.
So what happened here in this Australian place?
What happened? I was just trying to find it, but I couldn't. He would go out at night to pray. A monk followed him one night and saw him go into the sea until the water was up to his neck and stay there until morning, praising God. When dawn broke, he returned to shore, and 2 otters came out of the water to dry him with their fur. So I think the miracle here is that the otters that were already wet, because they were in the water, dried him.
Well, yeah. But, there's a lot of miracles going on. First off, he stood in the ocean all night.
All night, yeah.
Which seems, number one, boring, and number two,
the miracle was that he failed to be bored, yeah.
Also, he had to, keep moving if the tide's coming in or out,
That's a good point.
Besides that, but the thing about otter fur is it's such high density. It keeps the otters from getting wet. It's so actually it
wouldn't make a very good towel.
No, it would be they would be dry, but I guess they wouldn't absorb. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the logistics of it. Also, it just seems weird. Is he just got an otter, he's just rubbing it on his body?
Oh God!
He does that thing where he dries his back by holding both ends of the otter and rubbing him on his back, getting his shoulders in there, rubbing him on his taint. There's some parts of your body you shouldn't put to an otter. I feel like that's
especially
just rude.
Cuthbert's feet.
Yeah, the feet. Well, yes, definitely Cuthbert's feet. But I feel like once you put your genitals to an otter, it feels rude.
I mean, I would say that in that situation, you drip dry.
Yeah,
that particular part.
I feel like you do a little dog, like a shake it out like a dog.
Yeah,
and then go on with your business.
Yeah, indeed.
Also, why is this monk sneaking out and following this guy? What did he think he was up to? There's been a series of robberies ever since this St. Cuthbert got here. I'm going to follow him tonight.
I shall investigate. No, maybe he was just inspired by his holiness, so he thought, I wonder what he gets up to at night. Going to be inspired.
Then just ask. If you're inspired by somebody's... I feel like if you're inspired by holiness, you don't have to slink around in the middle of the night.
Well, except people can be very coy, can't they?
It's what's the secret to your holiness, St. Cuthbert? I'll never tell.
Yeah. Well, Jesus, when he was interrogated and he was like, I am who I am. It's mysterious, whereas actions sometimes speak louder than words.
I guess so. So I don't know, whatever. Maybe he got into the water and he knew the guy was on the beach watching him. He's like, I don't want to get out because then they'll see me naked. If I hold this otter over my penis.
Poor otter. There are several stories of God miraculously providing Cuthbert with food on his travels. On a preaching journey, Cuthbert and his attendant became tired and hungry. Cuthbert told his companion that they need only trust in God, and then pointed to an eagle, saying, "It is possible for God to feed us, even by means of that eagle." Which the eagle heard that and was like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here."
Oh, what? Now this is my problem? Fuck, I was fine. Ugh.
Well, they came to a river and the eagle had landed on its bank and was holding a fish. The boy tried to take the fish, but Cuthbert rebuked him, ordering him to cut it in half and share it with the bird.
Not fair.
That's the miracle, is bird brought them a fish.
Right.
Okay? Are you not impressed?
Or they ambushed a bird and they startled a bird who was about to eat a fish.
And he dropped his fish.
And he dropped his fish, yeah.
Yeah, that's one explanation, sure.
And then they were like, "Here's a fish head, bird, fuck off."
Yeah, they actually just threw it at him. They were like, "This is just like that time someone threw bread at me." He also is said to have turned water into wine, which is a bit derivative.
It's been done, but yeah. Okay. It's been done, but then if you saw it done in person, you'd still be really impressed.
Still be impressed, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he's like, you've seen people do card tricks, but like when somebody does them like in front of you, you're like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Fair play.
Yeah.
He also once witnessed a fire that people couldn't put out with water, and he extinguished it with his tears. So, keeping calm in a crisis, that's probably how I'd put out a fire. It's like, we are fucked, I'm going to cry now.
I guess it feels like, he's not good in a crisis situation because he just like burst into tears.
Yeah.
But then it's just like,
but very relatable.
Flicking his tears at or I don't know, maybe he was just crying and they put out the fire and they're like, "You did it, Cuthbert. Hooray."
That's probably more like it.
You feel better now, buddy? Come on, it's all right. You did it. You did it. Okay, come on. Calm down. This is how I deal with
you
my
were
toddler.
Great. You did great there. You were part of the team.
You did it, man. And we couldn't have done it without the extra moisture from your tears. He clearly needs a win.
Sure, you're quite a skeptic, aren't you, about these miracles?
Sorry.
I don't know why I bother.
How much, I don't know. His tears, how much is there's a huge volume of tears, or...
Well, he's eating onions all the time, right?
There.
So
all right. You know what?
he can make them come easily.
You've got me. You know what?
You did forget that detail.
You nailed me there. Got it. Yeah.
So, that is Cuthbert and his life and death and miracles. So, what do you think his patronages are?
Is he patron saint of the North?
Yes.
The vague North area,
Well, he is patron of Northumbria.
Oh.
So, kinda. He's also said to be patron of Durham, Lancaster, Hexham, and Newcastle, which are all in the north of England.
I'll look that up later, but okay, I'll take your word for it now.
He's also said to be a patron of England as a whole, which is controversial because England wouldn't have been England at the time.
Right. And also, England's kind of in the north. It's kind of it's further north than a lot of things.
That's true. That's true. We only have a milder climate than the US because of the Gulf Stream.
Yeah. So you think about it, all of England's the north.
Yeah, really. That's a good point. So yeah, synonymous, really.
Yeah.
Any other guesses?
Is he the patron saint of middle managers?
No, but I guess most of these saints that we hear of would have been in middle management approximately. So it's nothing special really about him on that one.
No, I mean some of them, I don't know. Some of them were just happy to do the day-to-day work,
Yeah, true. We can't all be leaders. Some people have to be followers.
That's true. That's what's great about you. Is he the patron saint of mud pits?
Well, it's not on my list, but he is against plague epidemics. So maybe if you're looking at, homeopathic cures, then mud pits might come under that somehow.
None of that tracks.
Okay. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to make you feel better about your terrible guesses, okay?
I don't need your pity. Is he the patron saint of hiding on islands?
He is a patron of boatmen, mariners, and sailors. So, kind of, maybe? Just about. Tenuous.
Some of them, they might want to hide out on an island. I mean, what are mariners except for people who just... They escape to the sea.
Yeah.
They don't want to be...
And that's the thing, I guess, if you're on an island, you're near the sea the whole time.
Makes
sense.
Except for this island. We are nowhere near the sea.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're right in the middle of the island, to be fair.
Is he the patron saint of people unqualified for the jobs they have? Just, he was they made him a bishop, and he's just like, I'm not. I shouldn't do this.
Again, I feel like we've encountered this before in a saint. It doesn't mark him out.
It's definitely happened before. It's definitely happened that, like, people are like, who should we get to run this abbey? This hermit? Okay. This guy who obviously
doesn't want to be around people.
Around people. We should put him in a building with a bunch of people.
Perfect.
Finally is the patron saint of gross feet.
It's not on the list, but I think it should be.
What are his patronages then?
So, against plague epidemics, boatmen, mariners, sailors, shepherds, watermen, England, and various parts of North England. But Northumbria is the only one of which he is the sole patron. So, that's his main one.
Good for you, Northumbria.
Yeah, the vast area of the north. Oh, God, I've probably alienated all our northern listeners now.
It's fine. They know where they live.
But by the end of this podcast, we're going to have, like, upset everyone everywhere all at once. That's the plan.
We're controversial figures.
If you can't handle it, I don't know. Please listen anyway. We really appreciate your support.
We didn't come here to make friends. Anna, do you think you'd ever have St. Cuthbert intercede for you?
Well, as someone who has struggled with their personal hygiene in the past, I don't think he's a very good role model.
No, I was going to say, that's not...
Like, really taking suffering for your art too far there.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, sometimes I hate people. Like, I just want to get away. Although, at the moment, because I'm, like, a lot more limited in the socialising that I can do, I'd probably go the opposite way and say I want to spend more time with more people. So, yeah. Well, with his crisis management skills, I'd say that it's encouraging, you know, in a way, as someone who's also mediocre, to know that people can, you know, rise to such great heights. And he was a very popular saint, you know. I'd like to be well loved by people after I die.
Sure.
It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not getting why he's such a, like, popular saint. I'm really getting a lot.
No, I guess he was just very dedicated to his hobby.
I guess.
In an inspirational way.
I mean, I feel like I'm often thirsty, so maybe if I got into onion chewing...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the onion chewing, I mean, it's impressive, I would say.
I guess. I don't know. They're Vidalia onions. Onions from Walla Walla, Washington.
Right.
Not Western Washington, which are so sweet that you can apparently eat them like an apple.
Ah.
But I've never put that to the test.
But they're not known for growing in Northumbria.
Yeah. No, I think these are just crap middle-aged apples. Or middle-aged onions. Yeah, I think that, if I ever had to eat an onion, it's a good guy to help me get some advice on that.
For sure.
It'd probably just be like, you gotta power through it, dude. Nothing to it but to do it. There's not a trick. You just gotta eat that onion.
Just gotta keep going.
And you gotta pretend it's an apple. And that's life, folks. As we've said before.
When life gives you onions, make appleade, as the saying goes.
When life gives you onion, just fucking choke them
Chew
down. Yeah.
Save your tears for putting out fires.
There's just St. Cuthbert's over there just shrugging his shoulders like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. This is what happens.
Yeah, very, very relatable, really. No, apparently, Alfred the Great was inspired and encouraged in his struggle against the Vikings by a vision he had about Cuthbert as well. So that probably contributed to his popularity.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think also, you know, it's like the idea that my crying could do more good.
Yeah, you don't want that to become popular knowledge because then people will be even meaner to you.
Maybe, yeah. But it's just like, you know, those times that you do like burst in tears, there was just like a random, extremely good outcome from that. Like,
yeah, that would be
nice. A fire
nice.
gets put out, or like, I don't know, some other task gets, like, it's a very frustrating task and I cry. And it's like, oh, now it's done. Ooh, thank God for that. That was... Well, Anna, thank you so much for bringing me the tale of this stink-footed traveler. You know, I think it's inspirational because despite hating people, he seems to have done very well professionally.
Yeah.
And that's all I've ever wanted for myself.
Yeah.
So
is somehow convince people to think you're a good dude even though you hate them.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think that's really the real
takeaway from this.
So, thank you for bringing that information to us today.
You are very welcome. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.